Greetings, humanoids of the internet. Yes, you too. You're included. You're kind of a humanoid. Greetings, humanoids of the internet. My name is Bob, and this is episode 48? Episode 48 of Journey into Space. Journey into Space. I hope you all enjoyed the 300 subscribers special. I certainly enjoyed making it. I enjoyed building that weapon of mass destruction and using it. I'm still thinking about ways of how I can miniaturize that so as to make a smaller warhead. But that's not what we're doing today, though. Today we're going to land our base on Minmus. Now, probably a lot of this process I'm not going to show you because it'll be tedious. I'll show you the launch. Stop laughing. I'm talking here. Stop it. Probably a lot of the process will be tedious. You know, the interplanetary or the interlunar transfer. What is the right word for that? The trans-Minmus bit of the journey. Probably skip out part of it, just for sake of brevity. And then we'll skip forward to landing our base on Minmus. If we have time for it, and I still not completed with the rocket. I'll have to build it out a bit. But we have our freighter, which I'm very proud of and very glad to get it up there. A passenger / Kethane shuttle type of thing. Where was I? Where am I? What is this place? I want my mommy. No, okay, I'm good. I'm good now. All right, let's get started. Yeah. All right. It's still early in the morning for me, so my brain is not engaged fully. In fact, it's rarely engaged fully, but I have so much of it that even having part of it in gear is still amazing, you know. Okay, yes. Oh, hit the button, Max. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yes, the amazing brain. The amazing brain of Robert Dodd. Okay. I want to show you my freighter, because I'm very happy about it and want to get it into motion as soon as I can, but I need to have the base there first. It's the... Oh, I'm working on this as a sort of a weaponized spacecraft. Totally unrelated to anything we're doing here, but I figure what the hell. Is a space pirate corsair, complete with frowny face. It's got little missiles here, and it's got a one-man capsule up here and a two-man capsule down there. Sort of lean, mean pirate machine. It has nothing to do with anything that we're doing in this program, but I thought I would show it to you, just for grins. Alright, now what was I actually looking for? Come on, brain. Come on, brain. Let's see. Okay, Space Freighter 01 Santa Maria. Now I don't have the rocket that would launch it attached to it yet. But this is my space freighter. It has Kethane tanks for carrying Kethane, as you can see. Kethane converter. 4 nuclear engines for propulsion. And 8 of these drills to extract the Kethane. And I have it set up with these landing legs, so it will land on the legs initially, and then it will lower the legs and the drills will be close to the ground to drill. Let me see if there's any kind of other... Oh, and I reinforced the hell out of these legs because I figure there would be a potential failure point. So I reinforced the hell out of these nuclear engines and the legs attached to them to keep them from failing. Here's Here's our Kethane detector. Here's our cargo carrier, so we can carry the colonists to Minmus. And the crew cabin is just a two-man cabin. Docking port on top. I learned to reinforce these docking ports because if they break off, you basically just scrap the entire ship. So I reinforce those. Battery. Where is my power system? What power system do I have here? Do I have a power system? Oh, yes I do. Okay, I've got solar panels out here. Okay, so this is my freighter, which is not quite ready to roll yet because I don't have a rocket attached to it. But it is pretty large there. So let's go ahead and get on with our main course for today. Load. I wanted to give it sort of a generic name to give it sort of an industrial feel, but I wanted to give it a name too. So this is the Santa Maria. It's the quote Santa Maria, but it's really the Space Freighter 01. Okay, Minmus base. Okay. There's the rockets that launch it. Several of these, 6 of these boosters with the 4 non-vectoring engines down here, and the main core stage has the vectoring mainsail engine. I got a nuclear-powered. That is nuclear. No, it's not nuclear-powered. No, I'm sorry. That is not nuclear-powered. That's just a regular stage for getting it the rest of the way to... what am I doing there? Oh, I think that's just to get it the rest of the way to orbit. This is the nuclear stage to get it to Minmus. And then for landing it has this tank and these little rockets, which should be more than adequate. Got 3 of these little HAB modules. I put these little ports on here because I had these things sticking out because that's part of the support thing, so I figured I might as well use those or something, and I figure if at some point if we ever need to refuel this, I can attach something there and refuel it or something. Okay, or something. Probably never will be used in a million years. Got little cameras looking out so the guys can look out the windows, look out the camera to see what's outside. Let's see. That's the laser camera mod. A little antenna here. Battery. And what kind of... oh, got power system is these solar panels up here. I got some batteries up here as well. There is a robotic control module because this is a robotic spacecraft. A little robotic module right there. Nobody's taking this trip with it to get it to Minmus. It's just going to be take some guys over there. I'll be taking guys over there over time as I make runs with the freighter. And okay, I think we're ready. I like using these non-vectoring engines on the boosters because they're more fuel efficient than these, and you don't really need that much power. You don't need the kind of power that these guys have. So I find them to be a good mix for this sort of thing for the boosters. Okay. And my brain is failing. What are you doing, brain? What's our plan for today, brain? Oh yes, launch. I'm just going to assume that I've got everything set up right. Let's see. Alright, that drops second. That drops first. Whoa, okay, whoa. I don't have everything set up right. Alright, well let me check my staging right quick. Okay, it was just as well that I did test it because check it out, because the staging was wrong. And also I probably could have wanted to reinforce this a little bit more so it doesn't wobble. So now I think we are ready to go. do one quick check over. Alright, looking good. Sorry. Alright, let's launch. Okay. Let's check and make sure we are clearing the tower. Yes, you are. Okay, throttle to maximum. Oh, whenever the physics kick in. Thank you very much. Throttle to maximum. SAS on. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff. Whoa, that's slow. Lagging very badly. Liftoff of the Minmus base. And the base has cleared the tower. Wow, loud too. G-forces are fairly extreme. There's nobody on it, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I gotta take my headphones off for a second, man. That is loud. I'm getting about 3 frames a second here. Okay, standing by for first stage separation. The noise is ridiculous. And doing it this way, with those 4 engines, is a lot more efficient than using the mainsail. Okay, first stage separation is complete, and the noise levels are much more reasonable. I'm up to 5 frames a second. Standing by for our gravity turn at about 12,000 meters, beginning at about 12,000 meters. Okay, initiating gravity turn. Gravity turn is complete. Standing by for second stage separation. Second stage separation is complete. Proceeding on core stage. Starting to pick up speed. Okay, let's do a little more of a turn. Okay, 70,000 meters, engine cut off. How are we doing on fuel? Could be doing better, but we do have the stage up here to finish getting into orbit. So I'm reasonably hopeful of being able to do that. Okay. Let's throttle it up. We go ahead and move these down here so they'll start immediately as soon as we separate. Okay, stage please. Okay. Let's bring it on back here. Stop being uncontrollable, please. I would appreciate it if you would be under control now. We're about to go by past our apoapsis, but it's okay. We'll manage, I think. Okay, are these gimbling engines? I said, are these gimbling engines? They are? Okay. Let's go ahead and try not to use our RCS. So we have no shortage of RCS. Got a lot of RCS tanks on here, but still. Waste not, want not. Okay, I believe we will get to orbit. We won't have much left in these tanks when we do, though. Which is fine, because this is just intended as a finishing up orbit thing. Alright, well we got about half a tank in there. I had some serious concerns about this, whether this thing's going to get to orbit. And without RCS, it just doesn't move at all. So I got to make sure to it's good enough. Screw it. Okay, we'll get lined up on Minmus and we will head on out. Okay, we're getting ready for our Minmus injection burn. I'm actually going to start the burn about 3.5 minutes out because once I get rid of a little bit of fuel I have in this stage, I'll be on the nuclear stage, so I'll need some time to get stuff moving. So I'm thinking probably 3.5 minutes out. Okay. And this is going to be using up some monopropellant. I really can't help that. Okay. Oh, I'm on these little guys now. Oh, well, this might be enough to get us started here, or not. Okay, I need to transfer all the RCS I have in here to these guys. Come on. Don't have all day here. Come on. Yeah, damn it. Well, this could take a minute. I potentially just screwed up my encounter with Minmus just for the sake of getting all the RCS out of there, but I thought it was worth it, so we'll figure out a way to make that right somehow. I love nuclear engines. I just love them to death. Nuclear power, nuclear engines. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, we have an encounter with Minmus. It's not particularly close, but it is fairly flat. That's sort of what I wanted. It wasn't flat initially. I had to do some jiggling, some jigglypuff, but it's now fairly flat on. So it should be fairly easy to get to our base location without having to do a bunch of translations, inclination burns when we get to a Minmus. Okay, a little musical accompaniment to warp out to a Minmus by. I hope you'll be able to hear this. Hold on.
NASA Johnson style. Johnson style. Welcome to NASA's Johnson Space Center. We are coming in hot, so don't burn up as we enter. We do science every day that affects your daily life. Throw them up for manned spaceflight. Science everywhere as we engineer the marvels that fly through the air and take us way beyond Earth's level. Science everywhere because we engineer the marvels that fly through the air, flies us through the air. Control the mission out of Johnson. This is ground and this is space. Tell me, Houston, what's the problem? It's okay, oh it's okay, because there's flight controllers on the job today. NASA Johnson style. Johnson style. NASA Johnson style. Johnson style. NASA Johnson style. Hey, science daily. NASA Johnson style. Hey, it's amazing. NASA Johnson style. Orbiting Earth International Space Station, where we work and live in space with a crew from several nations. Got Japanese and Russians and that European charm. Throw 'em up like the Canada arm. Kicking out research. 29K cubic feet revolves around the Earth. Science microgravity revolves around the Earth. Columbus jamming destiny. Kicking out research. Kicking out research.
Okay.
Train the Astro, NASA Johnson, to go to space, to go to space, cause the missions of tomorrow start today, they start today, as we engineer the future day by day. NASA Johnson style.
Okay, alright. I hope you can hear that. That's sort of my wake-up music. I listen to that when I want to get perked up. Okay, well, we'll warp in the rest of the way and see how it goes. Okay, this is what I get for goofing off and not paying attention to my piloting. I had my RCS on during that whole musical interlude, and I lost about 200 units of monopropellant, but it shouldn't really matter, I don't think. Okay. Though if I wind up running dead out of monopropellant, it's going to be bad because this thing doesn't maneuver like at all unless you've got RCS. So it could be bad, but I think we're probably okay. We still got 200 units. Down from 400 units that we had before, but that's okay. That's all right. Worst case scenario, you can always do a quick load. I hope NASA doesn't mind me using that music, but I think most of their stuff, and I assume that also is in public domain. So hopefully YouTube won't scream at me for using it. And even if it does scream at me for using it, I'll just disable monetization on this if I need to. So okay. Okay. Does not appear to be moving at all. Okay, here we go. Minmus. Minmus is looking kind of crowded these days. Okay. We'll go ahead and do our burn, or start our burn now. If I have the engines running, I can maneuver, but if I don't have them running, I got a problem. Here it is, big ice cube. Looking kind of wonky from this distance, like the textures haven't quite rezzed in. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and get an orbit, and then I will finish up this burn when I'm a little closer to the maneuver. I want to make sure I don't screw up and wind up not getting in orbit. Okay, well we'll finish up the rest of this. Get a little closer in to the maneuver. Okay. How's that plus now? Or whatever. It looked like I reached the maneuver. Whatever. No es importa. No es importata. Alright, that'll be fine for right now. And we'll warp over here. Okay. And for the entry, probably ought to get down to about 25 clicks above the surface first. 25 click orbit. Okay. Yeah, warp around and the same thing over here. And I got oodles of fuel. Probably we'll use the nuclear stage going in and then just dump it and somewhere close to the ground and go in on the rest of it. Okay. Okay. There's Cheater's Bay. That's where the big prospector is. There's Cheater's Bay. And I'm going to change my inclination to get over there, but I'm going to first I'm going to actually first I'm going to turn off my freaking RCS. God damn it! I'm going to go ahead and spin around a little bit and let until the it's like basically sunrise at Cheater's Bay. So I got lots of light. Maybe like mid-morning. Okay. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Now I gotta change my inclination so that I'm actually over Cheater's Bay. And I need to hit a F5. Thank you very much. Okay, damn it. Okay. And if I'm not just dead over the Kethane deposit, I can always move around. Okay. I'm going north, so my little blue dot should be, yep, right over here. I just won't take much of a burn at all, so okay. Perfecto. Now usually I'm pretty dubious about using the maneuver controls to do landings. I usually do those pretty well by the seat of my pants. But we're going to go do one, bearing in mind that Minmus rotates pretty fast. So, uh-oh, wrong way. So keeping that in mind, I think about where that Cheater's Bay is going to be when we get there. And you know what? Screw that. That was simple. Yeah, screw that. Okay, bearing in mind how Minmus rotates and how low the gravity is here, we'll actually start a burn practically right on top of the sucker. Yeah, let's go and start. We will sort of burn until the edge reaches right about here, because again, Minmus moves. Minmus moves. Of course, we don't have room to move much here. Go ahead and yeah, start right about there. Then as we come in, we will narrow it down a bit. Okay. Here we are. And there is Cheater's Bay. Maybe for a landing spot, sort of between these two, between the debris and the, yeah. Let's go ahead and pull it on in a bit. Yeah, I hope I don't run out of RCS. That will make maneuvering difficult. Eh, not that difficult, as long as I don't get too far away from my retrograde. I can always just keep the motors running. Okay, still up at about 24,000. Let's warp forward just a tad. Okay. It's going to be close on RCS. Okay, and I need to head a little south too. For which I need the RCS again. Oops, hold on. Oh, I just suddenly realized I was not recording and I was just simply talking to myself. Okay. We're having some minor maneuvering problems. Just sitting here in the room talking to myself as if I had a listener. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and coast in a little bit, and then we'll start straightening up our horizontal motion. Yes, YouTubers, people who talk to themselves. We'll go ahead and coast in to about 6,000 meters, I think. And then we'll start kind of killing off our... I had to sort of move out this way. Which I probably may even have to do a little bit more of that. We'll see. Okay, no. A little jump of juice here to get me clear of that. Clear that hill. I'm really kind of aiming for landing on that, pretty much. Although the Kethane deposit extends all the way out here, so it's anywhere sort of in the area would be fine, but and actually I don't have to I just have to land this near the place where the Kethane is. I don't really have to land it dead center on the Kethane deposit or anything, because it's not going to be extracting any Kethane. It's just the base. Okay. Trying to kill a little velocity. Okay. I'm starting to get a little slow, so I need to... go and drop a bit. We'll get pointed straight up and down here, and then we'll just come on in. Okay. About there. That should work it. Or not. They really need to have the altimeter next to the nav ball so you can see what your altitude is without having to... Oh, come on. Alright, RCS on. Alright, we're gonna call that close enough. And we're not too far away from the marker I set down there. Hey, not any appreciable horizontal drifts, so that's good. We can probably go ahead and turn RCS off. Yeah, these lights have a pretty good range there. Oh, those are the landing gear lights. And they are extremely powerful, strangely enough. You know, turn the lights off. Hey, got a shadow. And touchdown. Minmus base has touchdown. And let's hit an F5. And let's drop the landing gear for a little bit more surface stability here. Boink. Or not. Okay, how about landing gear stays up? Or stays down. That was not good. Let's try this one more time. I don't know, I kind of like it with the gear up, gear down, honestly. Here we go. I doubt it's going to roll away. The wheels are pointed in 3 different directions. Okay. And our marker is about 900 meters away. That's perfectly fine. I'm sure we have Kethane here. I don't really need to test it because this thing is not going to use Kethane. It's just for housing the workers. Housing the new colonists. Okay. Let's turn off the landing gear lights. Alright. Got ourselves a nice little domicile. And a nice window view of Minmus. Okay. Alright, well that's all we have time for today, or for this episode. Next time we are going to get our big old freighter up. At some point in the indefinite future, we probably will put another one of these down here on Minmus. This is certainly enough to get us started, though. But for next time, we're going to we're going to see birdies now. We're going to get the freighter going. Our first trip on the freighter, we're not going to pick up any passengers. We're going to just go to Minmus, pick up Kethane, use it to top off the fuel tanks, and take the Kethane to the Kethane storage facility. Or actually, we'll go pick up the colonists first. Go to the Kethane facility, and then come back to Minmus with our new colonists. So all that's for later episodes. But until next time, hasta la vista.